Good evening, folks, and welcome to the first Wildcats game of 2016 from the K. Yeager Coliseum in Wichita Falls, Texas. I'm Alex Von Coydel, bringing you Wildcats hockey, presented by Armored Roofing. The Amarillo Bulls are in the house tonight, hoping to split this home-and-home series and head back to the Texas Panhandle victorious. They haven't done that very often this season. They have struggled and now sit firmly in last place in the South Division. However, that is no reason for the Wildcats to take them lightly. In 4 games played between these two teams this season, the Wildcats have taken 3 of them. All of them have been closely contested, and the season series between the Cats and the Bulls has been nowhere near as lopsided as it's been with the Ice Rays and with the Jackalopes. The holiday break is over, and the Wildcats' busiest month of the season is underway. 10 games in the month of January, this one being the first, and each of these teams would like nothing more than to kick off 2016 with a victory. Should be another interesting goaltending battle tonight. Justin Kapelmaster for the Wildcats, Anton Martinson for the Bulls. 2 phenomenal netminders who have been nothing short of workhorses for their respective teams. Expect each of them to fight hard and put on quite a clinic here tonight. We're just moments away from Wildcats hockey in 2016. Don't go too far, folks. Wildcats Bulls coming your way next. And the job was well done, as it so often is, by the Wildcats' longtime national anthem singer, Big John Wilson. Of course, we wish the best to him as he goes through this challenging time with his health. And of course, most of the Wildcats community aware by now that he was diagnosed with stage 4 kidney cancer very early on this season. Very heartwarming and very good to see him on the ice performing the national anthem. Does a tremendous job and has been an integral part of this community for the last 6 years. Now tonight, dropping the ceremonial puck drop in the left face-off circle in the Wildcats zone will be LaTanya Cottrell from Parkway Grill, the official sponsor of the Wildcats penalty kill. Trent Dillinger and Austin Albrecht, the ceremonial face-off men. The ceremonial puck drop has concluded, and now all that remains is the opening face-off here at the K. Yeager Coliseum. Starting tonight for the Amarillo Bulls, Joey Molinero's line, the leading scorer for Amarillo. He will be on the left wing side with Brendan Walcom centering, Tyler Gernhofer on the right side. The 2 defensemen tonight starting, Philippe Fromberger and Matt Nels. The Wildcats starting lineup, sponsored by Pelican's Restaurant, is as followed. Eric Yeager, the veteran centerman, will be flanked by Austin Albrecht and Johnny Lazarus. Starting on defense, Noah Gilraith on the right side, Matt Hines on the left, Justin Kapelmaster tending goal. The officials tonight, Michael Menard is the referee. Logan Belgraf and Michael Schacht are the linesmen. Menard gets set. The two face-off men get set as well. The opening face-off is underway, and it's won by the Wildcats. Gilraith chips it into neutral ice. Yeager gains the red line and dumps it into the Amarillo zone. Goes in behind the Bulls net. Matt Nels pushes it around the boards. Molinaro chips it ahead, bounces off the stick there. Brendan Walkman out to center. Gilraith tried to split one cross ice. Yeager had a blowout there, just getting back to his skates now in the Amarillo zone. Gains the blue line. Onside is Albrecht, takes it wide, turns and shoots. It was blocked by Philippe Fromberger. Fromberger now takes it behind the Bulls net and tries to backhand one off the boards, hoping to get it out to center. It eventually works its way in that direction, and it's given back to Matt Nels now. Nels, the defenseman, tries to split the ice with a pass, hoping for Brendan Walcom. Look out, Baum had a blowout. It's turned over. Brendan Walcom picks it up, swings it back to the defense. The pass was not in the wheelhouse there for Riley DeFazio, and it goes the length of the ice, and Martinson will have to play it. We've seen a couple of blowouts here early on. I think Gilraith, Burnett fell down in the warm-ups a couple of times, it looked like. And as the players were coming onto the ice, and then we just saw Baum collide into the end board, so something to maybe look out for here. The ice might be a little bit slippery here tonight. As the puck is chipped ahead well there by Lown, hoping for Paisan, who eventually gets there. Paisan tried to center a pass. He was hoping for Jeff Baum there, who jumped into the play, seeing the opportunity. Jeff Baum, a very offensive-minded defenseman, not afraid to take chances and jump into the play when he believes the opportunity presents itself. And the stats this season are pretty reflective. Jeff Baum having a phenomenal year, 4 goals, 9 assists, 13 points for the Wildcats, and an impressive +10 rating. Long shot from the point by Sipis is blocked. Here come the Bulls. Jacob Nitschke hustling back his rounds to cut the lane. Nitschke the shot, stopped by Justin Kappelmaster, his first test of the night. The first period of Wildcats hockey is brought to you by American Classifieds, and as is always the case, folks, don't be afraid to shoot the Wildcats Twitter page a message and let us know where you're tuning in from. I'll be sure to give you a shout out by the time this game comes to an end. If you're not on Twitter and you have my phone number, go ahead and shoot me a text. Either way, I'll be sure to give you a shout out. The faceoff will take place to the right of Justin Kappelmaster. Nick Rosa wins the draw. Rosa on a new line tonight with Austin Beaulieu and Ryan Burnett, as the 20s line was split up a little bit. Taking Rosa's place on the 20s line, Eric Yeager. Long shot from Evans didn't get through Burnett. Picked up Beaulieu, given across for Sipis. 4 right-handed shooters on the ice right now for the Wildcats. Puck dumped into the left corner. Few men scrum away for it. Tyler Hall scoops it up. He gives it to his defensive partner tonight, Matt Meininger, the former Odessa Jackalope. The pass was in between the skates of Rosa. He couldn't corral possession. Gilraith chops it up the boards. Rosa handles it. Gives it away, though. Gernhofer tries to spring a man the other way, and Philippe Fromberger, who is collided there by Demantis Sipis, and looks like we may have an offside whistle blown here. 17 minutes, 17 seconds remain in period 1. Still no score in our game. Just one shot belonging to the Amarillo Bulls. And it looks like Charlie Singerhouse may be headed towards that Amarillo penalty box. Looks like contact to the head, according to the body language of the referee tonight, Michael Menard. So the Wildcats early on here, less than 3 minutes in, go to work on their first Jim Arnold's collision power play of the night. Their power play has been lethal all season long, now approaching the 23% mark. And as they have since virtually the start of the year, they've trailed only one team in the power play department, that being the Robertson Cup champion Minnesota Wilderness. Here's Austin Albrecht taking it into the slot. Left circle now, he hangs on. He's got Lazarus in behind the net. Will he give it to him? No, he slips it back to Baum at the point. Baum walks the line across the ice, cross ice pass, down low. Lazarus slipped it in front. Albrecht shoots, blocked. Popped up in the air, goes behind the net. Fromberger tries to clear. Few players battling away for it. Albrecht wraps it around the far half wall. Reisinger hustles over, does well to keep it alive, but to no avail. The Bulls escape out to center. Good back check there by Albrecht to knock it off the stick of Jacob Nitschke. Albrecht springs a man down the other side in Johnny Lazarus. Lazarus on his off wing, peels off. Left circle, he's got control of the puck. Cross ice pass. It's Reisinger. His shot soaked up by Martinson. Wasn't quite sure where it was, but he had it. And no further play. The top power play unit creating a couple of chances, but not solving Anton Martinson. They're sent off the ice now and replaced by the second power play unit. Alexei Poikala, Nikita Litviak, Austin Beaulieu, Ben Lown, and Michael Rounds manning the point. Poikala will take the draw to the left of Anton Martinson in the right circle in the Amarillo zone. Beaulieu scoops it up and sends it back to Michael Rounds. Rounds, the quarterback of this power play, gets a saucer pass from Poikala, fires a long-range shot. I believe it was blocked by Beaulieu. Scooped up far corner. Poikala's got it, mishandled it, and it popped back into center. Rounds turns and surveys, looks for somewhere to go, finds a man open in Litviak on the right side. Litviak delays, cuts into the slot, tries to slip one in front for Lown. It was cut off by Sabatini, who shoots it off the boards and all the way down the ice. Kappelmaster will play it. Justin Kappelmaster, the stalwart phenom goaltender for the Wichita Falls Wildcats. Simply incredible numbers this year. 17-3-1 with a 1.98 goals against average and a .925 save percentage. Here's Austin Beaulieu on the right side, gives it back to Rounds. He holds and shoots, stopped by Martinson. Rebound, Poikala jams away at it. It was stopped by Martinson, covered up at the side of the cage. And the referee tonight, Menard, blows his whistle, stopping play. 28 seconds remain on the Charlie Singerhouse penalty for contact to the head. 15:44 remain now in period one. Johnny Lazarus wins the offensive zone draw. Now here's Austin Albrecht cutting into the slot and shooting. It was gloved and held by Anton Martinson, who, as he so often is busy again tonight. Already 5 saves. 4.5 minutes in. Kappelmaster, on the other hand, has faced just 1. And it looks like a couple of players jumped the gun down there in the face-off circle, so they're going to try this one again. Lazarus taking the draw. Nell's getting it and blasting it around the boards and all the way down. Quarter of a minute remains on this Wildcats power play, and the whistle has just been blown. What have we? Could not have been icing because the Bulls were shorthanded. I'm not sure what the whistle was for, but it will take place to the left of Kappelmaster in the Wildcats zone, and Van Wy was a bit too eager on the draw, so he'll be replaced by Paisan. Paisan wins the face-off. Hines has it in his own zone, stripped of it by Molinaro, whom he brings down, and a penalty upcoming against the Wildcats. Paisan, I believe, will go for a hook. So just 7 seconds remaining to the Charlie Singerhouse penalty. It is Matt Hines, rather. My apologies, not Andre Paisan. Hines going to the box for the hook on Joey Molinaro, the top scorer for the Amarillo Bulls, having a tremendous year, one of the few bright spots on their team. 11 goals, 15 assists, 26 points, and nearly an even plus-minus, which on that team is pretty special. Tyler Hall walks the blue line, 4-on-4 hockey, a shot, missed high, and it eluded Gernhofer and goes all the way down the ice. Singerhouse is out of the box. It's a 5-on-4 power play now for the Amarillo Bulls. The Wildcats dropping their first Jim Arnold Collision power play and falling to 0 for 1 on the night. Tyler Hall had gained the red line a bit delayed, so an offside whistle is blown against the Bulls. 15 minutes and 3 seconds remain in period one. Still no score in our game. 5-1 the shots in favor of the Wildcats. Van Wy wins the face-off. Paisan guides it back to Baum, who shoots it down the length of the ice. Takes a bit of a funny hop off the end boards there. Tyler Hall spins behind his own net. Hall takes it back there and surveys. Works his way ahead, and he will dish off to the left side. There's Brendan Walcom, who is stymied there by Andre Paisan, pushed free. Hall better hustle back. It's Garrett Van Wy on the attack. Van Wy puts on the brakes, lost a handle on the puck, and it's stripped of it by Joey Molinaro, who gives it across for Tyler Gernhofer. Gernhofer tries the toe drag, lost a handle on it. Sipus wraps it around the boards and back out to center. and Rosa's going to get to it first. He could have a 2-on-1. Bolio's the late man, drops back. Bolio in the slot, holds and fires, hit the post, left post. Bolio came an inch away. Dropped back to the left point, Rounds fed it down low. Bolio surveys and guides it cross ice. A good pass for Gilraith, whose shot is waffle boarded there by Anton Martinson. Rounds fires, stick save Martinson, bounces off the far corner glass. Looks like the best chance of this power play unit for the Bulls have come from the Wildcats. Bolio tries to turn and slip it in front. It was blocked. Picked up Bolio again, fires a long shot, missed wide on the short side. Second chance goes off the side of the net from Rosa. Rosa still working hard for that puck, but he's outnumbered down there, and he will just allow the Bulls to take their time getting this puck out of their own zone with just a dozen seconds remaining on the Matt Hines hooking penalty. Keenan Sabatini tries to spring one to Charlie Singerhouse, intercepted by Gilraith. Hines is out of the box, Litviak takes his place, and the Wildcats are back to full strength. Here's Philippe Fromberger. Reisinger pursuing him. Fromberger gains the blue line. Looked like Ferguson was offside there. The Bulls got away with it. Good steal by Poikula. He skates it back the other way. Poikula down the right side. Litviak to the goal. Poikula holds up. Passed it in between Reisinger and Cronin. Cronin gets it. Delivers for Litviak. Backdoor pass. Reisinger shoots. What a save by Anton Martinson. Nitschke overskates it. Delivers back to Sabatini, who clears out to center ice. Alexei Poikula passes one through the middle. It jumped over Reisinger's stick, but no icing here. Jeff Baum replaced by Michael Rounds on the bench. Crabtree tries to clear. Held in Poikula, left side. Litviak's one-timer just missed on the far side. Nitschke intentionally lets the puck go. Litviak nearly given an interference penalty as a result. Some tricky play there by Jacob Nitschke. Michael Rounds picks up possession in the neutral zone. Tries to send it ahead for Reisinger, who's winded at the end of a shift, and he will be replaced by Austin Albrecht on that left wing. Puck dumped into the Wildcat zone. Sipus is back to get it. Sipus shoots it off the glass. It rattles out to center, and the Bulls will regain control. Tyler Hall nearly stripped of it by the forecheck of Austin Albrecht, and the Amarillo Bulls have just iced the puck. 11:45 to go in period one, brought to you by American Classified. It's been one-sided in the shots department, but we're still tied. No goals up till now. 8-1 are the shots on goal. Brady Crabtree against Eric Yeager. Yeager wins the draw. Gilraith's got it at the left point, takes a long shot. It went off a stick, goes behind the net. Albrecht tries to center, hoping for Lazarus, intercepted by Nitschke. Batted back around the boards, held in right point. Gilraith hammers a shot, tipped on goal, pad save Martinson. Back to the left point, held in Hines. Hines tries to go to the corner with it, intercepted by Hall. Hall goes across the ice for Jacob Nitschke, who banks it off the boards and back out to the neutral zone. Gilraith delivers for Eric Yeager, who turns and gallops his way back into the Amarillo zone. Takes it wide on the right side, passes it to himself along the boards. Yeager takes a hit from behind there by Matt Meininger, still working for it. Meininger ends up with it, shoots it off the glass and all the way down into the Wildcat zone. Gilraith hustling after it, has his stick lifted, a quick shot, stopped by Kappelmaster. Good stick lift there by Zach Sarnowski to get himself a pretty good chance. Kappelmaster was equal to the task. Charlie Singerhouse shoved off the puck there by Andre Pizon, held in Evans towards the slot. A shot from Sarnowski rattles wide. Picked up Van Wy, takes it in behind the net. Van Wy lost his helmet there from that hit. Look out there. Some fans here wanting a penalty. Van Wy ailing back to the Wildcats bench. Gotta hope he's all right. He doesn't look too good. His helmet's still down there. He'll be getting some attention from the Wildcats trainer here shortly. A long shot from the left side is stopped by Justin Kappelmaster. Ben Lown goes after it. Tries to clear it out. Held in, far side. Long shot. Squeaks through the 5-hole of Kappelmaster and out the other side. Not sure how that happened. Kappelmaster looking a bit shaky here early on. Lown on the right side. Tries to spring Nick Rosa the other direction. It was picked off. The pass was beyond Rosa's reach. Kappelmaster back to play it. He'll leave it off for Holden Cronin. Now Jeff Baum. Bomb for Beaulieu, hoping to tip it up ahead for Ben Lown. Picked off by Tyler Gernhofer. Cronin back ahead for Nick Rosa. Rosa stymied there by Philippe Fromberger. Rosa with a good steal. Backhand pass redirected towards the net slowly but surely and covered up and held by Anton Martinson. We're halfway through period 1, brought to you by American Classified. Still deadlocked with no goals. 9-3 the shots in favor of the Wichita Falls Wildcats, but we're still scoreless. So the European line being sent out for the task of winning this offensive zone faceoff to the left of Anton Martinson. I'm sure most of us remember that phenomenal goal this line scored 2 nights ago in Amarillo to give the Wildcats a 4-2 lead. Will undoubtedly make the NAHL's top 10 plays of the week, possibly the Wildcats' top 10 plays of the year. As Nels goes around the boards with it, Sipus pinches, he keeps it alive momentarily, glubs it down, plays it back to his stick. Brady Crabtree picks it up and will wheel his way away from Sipus. Crabtree's pass intercepted by the back check of Reisinger. Reisinger sends it in the direction of Alexei Poikla, gains the blue line, delivers for Litviak, he's in. Litviak holds back door for Reisinger, just missed his stick. Picked up Reisinger near corner, tries to slip it back to the point. One-timer from Gilreath, missed high and wide, jumps over Reisinger's stick. Poikla tries to keep it in. Rounds eventually does. Sent in behind the goal for Philippe Fromberger, who slams it off the glass off Mika's skate. Picked up there by Michael Foreman, and he will skate it out of harm's way. Litviak shoves Mika off the puck. Eric Yeager tried to kick it to his stick. Intercepted by the Amarillo Bulls, and Hall plays it off the boards. Hall falls down. Albrecht with the puck. Left corner. Slips it in front. Partially intercepted by Zach Sarnowski. Lazarus battles for it with Sarnowski. Comes free. Lazarus battling for it against 3 Amarillo Bulls now, and they end up with the puck. Puck dumped into the opposite corner. John Evans back to get it. Now the right winger dumps it in behind the Wildcats net. It rolls off the stick of Charlie Singerhouse. Gilreath chopping it back out to neutral ice. Gilreath will gallop with it now. Tries to send Austin Albrecht on his way, but he's a bit tired here. Been out there quite some time. Matt Hines back to get the puck. Backhand pass on the tape for Eric Yeager. Off the skate to the stick of Austin Albrecht. Albrecht saucers one in the direction of Cronin. Cronin guides it across for Lazarus. Some good crisp puck movement here early on by the Wildcats. Albrecht turns with it. Guides it in behind the Amarillo net. Lazarus chips it back to the left point. Baum keeps it in. Does a head fake. Shoots through traffic. Stopped by Martinson. And I believe the referee must have lost sight of that puck because it was still loose when he blew the whistle. 7.5 minutes remaining in period 1. Still no score in the game. 10-3 the shots on goal in favor of the Wildcats. Keenan Sabatini gives it behind the net for Riley DeFazio. And now here's Gernhofer. Behind the net, Garrett Van Wy and Andre Paisan battling for it against 3 Amarillo Bulls. Still they scrum away for it along the near wall. Baum pushes it loose, hoping to get it to Cronin. Eventually catches up to it. Cronin slammed off the puck, held in Lown. Lown with a good couple of moves, but he lost it eventually to Gernhofer. Pushed into the slot, Van Wy corrals it, backhands one towards the crease, cleared out of there. And Molinaro will just shoot it to nobody in particular, but he gets it out. Gernhofer Getting to it first, tries to deke his way around Jeff Baum. Good luck with that. He was a bit tired, and he goes back to the Amarillo bench. Baum ahead for Ben Lown. Passed one into the glove of Bolio, who gloved it down. Michael Foreman tries to send a man in Mika down the center of the ice. It was intercepted. Rounds on the forecheck, knocks it free. Bolio picks it up in the Amarillo slot. Just for Burnett. His shot blocked by Matt Nels and played in behind the Bulls net. 6 minutes and 10 seconds to go. We're still scoreless here at the KYC as the Bulls flip the puck into the neutral zone. Good defense there by Michael Rounds to play it away from George Mika. Sipis just ran into Michael Foreman there. Look out. Foreman just gets back to his skates there. Best hit of the game so far for the Wildcats. Played back into the neutral zone. Philippe Fromberger is pressured there. It's given away, and a one-hand attempt from Burnett trickles through the slot and wide of the goal. Philippe Fromberger behind the Amarillo net. Sent back to the left point. Noah Gilray takes a shot, stung a man there, and Philippe Fromberger, who blocked it and cleared it. Wasting no time, and the Bulls have just cleared once again. Matt Hines back defensively in his own zone. Had it swatted off his stick by John Evans. Hines goes D-to-D for Gilraith. Coughs it up a little bit, but manages to rescue it and shoot it back into the neutral zone. Bulls regroup in possession now. Keenan Sabatini. Riley DeFazio chips it off the boards. Gilraith beats Evans to it and wraps it around his own end wall. Reisinger sends it ahead for Litviak with a good move to corral possession. Litviak is in. He gets tripped. No penalty upcoming against the Bulls. Litviak trying to push it free. Sarnowski doing so as well. Litviak gets it. He's down there in the far corner, knocked back to the far point. Hines chops at it in the direction of Litviak. He gets to it and sets up Gilraith. His shot, glove saved by Anton Martinson. Four minutes and 36 seconds now to go in period one. We're still scoreless here at the KYC on Team Poster Night. The first 1,000 fans in the building here were given a free team poster sponsored by Parkway Grill, the official sponsor of the Wildcats penalty kill, which is 1-for-1 tonight. Haven't been a whole lot of penalties. It's been a pretty disciplined game. Baum hammers a long shot that missed well on the short side. Cronin delivers down low for Eric Yeager. Yeager spins with it. Backhand pass towards Cronin, right point. Cronin with a wrist shot blocked by Nitschke. And he will work it back out to center. Here's Keenan Sabatini dropping it off there for Trent Dillinger. Here's Ferguson, redirected on goal. Easy stop by Kappelmaster. It didn't have a whole lot of velocity. 4 minutes and 3 seconds now remain in period one. We're still scoreless. Just 4 shots for the Amarillo Bulls, all stopped by Kappelmaster. The Wildcats, on the other hand, with 11, but have once again encountered a very formidable task in solving Anton Martinson, who has done a tremendous job all season long of stumping them and many other teams who have been unfortunate enough to cross his path. He is a veteran goaltender for the Amarillo Bulls, had a pretty good season last year as well, and this year he's off to pretty phenomenal numbers. He's got a .929 save percentage. Has been one of very few bright spots on the Amarillo team. Another big one, of course, being Joey Molinaro. Nice move by Van Wy. His shot pad saved by Martinson, and it's kicked out to the circles. Sipis jumps in. He pinches to keep it alive, and it was a good timely play. Lown tried to go backdoor for Paisan. Redden picked off. Good defense by Ferguson, or Fromberger rather. Sent into the slot, intercepted by Gernhofer, who gets it right back from Joey Molinaro. Gernhofer holds on the right side, takes a shot that was blocked by Michael Rounds. Around the left boards, long shot redirected towards the crease, picked up there and backhanded to the net. Backhander shot was missed by Joey Molinaro and picked up by Demantis Sipis and cleared out in the neutral zone. Michael Rounds battling for behind his own net, dangerously pops in front. Good job by Ryan Burnett to clear the danger, and he works it back out to center. Burnett trickles it across the line. The Wildcats are on a delayed offside. They wisely decide not to touch it. There goes Michael Foreman. He holds and shoots. Low blocker save made by Kappelmaster. 2:45 to go in period one. Still no score. few chances here from the Amarillo Bulls, but here come the Cats. Austin Beaulieu's shot into the breadbasket of Martinson. Loose puck picked up there by the Amarillo Bulls. It's Tyler Hall, the defenseman, leading the rush. Holds at the red line, tries to clear it in. Couldn't get it past Austin Beaulieu, who sent it to the other side for Ryan Burnett. Here's Matt Hines now. Gives a cross-ice pass to an open Alexi Poikala. Poikala wheels his way through center now, negotiates his way into the Amarillo zone, holds and shoots a shot that went well high and wide on the short side. 2 minutes and 8 seconds remain in period one. 14 shots for the Cats, no goals. Martinson's been perfect, as has Kappelmaster. 14-5 the shots on goal. Just a couple of minutes removed from our first intermission. Off the tie-up, the European line back out there. Poikala's shot, or Reisinger's rather, was stopped. It was a point-blank try, easy stop. And our backhand shot, save made, rebound pushed out to Baum. Baum's long shot again, didn't get through traffic. It was Evans who blocked it. Reisinger back to the far point. Cronin holds and shoots a wrist shot, intentionally wide, picked up by Poikala behind the net, given to Litviak. Near circle, slid it across. Reisinger tried to push it free, and it was knocked away from him and into the near corner. Riley DeFazio trying to get it out. He pushes it in direction of Evans. Baum beat him to it, pushed it free for Charlie Singerhouse, who gains the red line and dumps it back in. And now some pushing and shoving going on in front of the player benches. Charlie Singerhouse and Alexi Poikala. Looks like both of them are going to have a seat. Poikala by no means a fighter, but we've seen him sometimes, from time to time, get a little fiery and defend his ground and give some pushes and shoves. So offsetting minors against the two players, Poikala and Charlie Singerhouse, each having a seat. Dementis Sipis tried to sauce a pass in the direction of Albrecht. It was picked off, and the Bulls tried to shoot it back into the Wildcat zone. Jacob Nitschke slithers one free, picked up by Ferguson. Good back check by Austin Albrecht, who guides it behind his own net. Michael Rounds works his way ahead. Rounds' pass partially broken up. Rounds gets back on it. Good persistence there by the defenseman Rounds. He sets up Lazarus, who tried to feed it backdoor for Albrecht, was blocked by an Amarillo skate. Picked up in the near corner. Eric Yeager's got it. Lazarus in to help him out. Lazarus spins it back to Rounds, whose long shot missed on the short side. Yeager's shoved down. No penalty against the Bulls. Sent in behind the net. Lazarus on his backhand, trying to set it up for Albrecht down low. Albrecht turns away from Meininger. Back to the right point. Sipis. Sipis this way for Rounds. Rounds in the high slot. Shoots. One off the post. Picked up by Lazarus near half wall. Back to Rounds again. Long shot through traffic. Picked up by Nels, who will skate it out of danger, and that's going to end the long offensive zone surge for the Wildcats. 20 seconds remain. The last minute of play is brought to you by La Quinta Inn and Suites. Here comes Eric Yeager down the left side with tons of room. Yeager powers his way into the slot. Good break up there by the Amarillo defense. I think it was Brady Crabtree who back-checked his way to break up that play. And the puck has just ended up out of play on a deflection. 1.3 seconds remaining in the period. So we're going to take one last face-off and then head to our first intermission. And that's going to do it. The first period, brought to you by American Classifieds, officially comes to an end. We're still scoreless here at the KYC. But it's been relatively one-sided, just like the first period in Amarillo 2 days ago. The Wildcats dominating virtually from start to finish that period, outshooting the Amarillo Bulls by a significant margin, 17-6. And once again, Anton Martinson coming out to play again here tonight. Justin Kappelmaster was perfect as well, made all 6 saves he was required to. And we head to period 2 scoreless after 20 minutes of hockey here at the KYC. We'll be back in a few minutes. We're going to take a short break here from the K. Yeager Coliseum. When we come back, we're going to bring you an out-of-town scoreboard update. Stay tuned. folks, welcome back to the K-Yeager Coliseum for the first Wildcats game of 2016. We're very excited. Hope you are as well for the new year. And if it's anything close to what 2015 was like, then boy, we are in for one heck of a ride. 2015, of course, being the best year in franchise history in the 13 years the Wildcats organization has existed, in which they were the Wichita Falls Rustlers. In each of those 13 years, there has not been one as successful as 2015. As for this new year, it was kicked off by a scoreless period. No score after 20 minutes of play. The Wildcats did, however, dominate the period virtually from start to finish. 17-6 the shots on goal. A couple of big saves by Anton Martinson, by Justin Kappelmaster as well, just not quite as often as Martinson. Other than that, it was a relatively uneventful first period. A couple of posts. Austin Bolio rang one off the left post, and I believe Michael Rounds did as well. As for your out-of-town scoreboard update, the Fairbanks Ice Dogs in Aston, Pennsylvania, all the way from Fairbanks, Alaska, taking care of the Rebels tonight at the Iceworks Complex by a score of 4-2. Fairbanks out shooting them heavily, 35-14. Kenai River Brown Bears hoping to avoid the sweep in Johnstown, Pennsylvania. They are playing the Tomahawks tonight. The Bears losing to Johnstown at the Camarillo County War Memorial Coliseum. 2-1 the score in that game in its second intermission, as well as Aston's game, both games in their second intermission. The Janesville Jets being shut out at the moment by the Coulee Region Chill up in Janesville in South Wisconsin. Aussie Miller with the lone goal, 14-12 into period one of that game. That game's yet to reach its first intermission. Former Wildcats Shane Kuzmeski and Alex Faulkner both in the lineup tonight for the Coulee Region Chill. Kuzmeski and Faulkner each with one shot apiece. Minnesota Magicians also being shut out tonight in their home rink against the Springfield Junior Blues at the Richfield Ice Arena up in Minnesota. 1-0 the score in that game. Anthony Scarcella scored on the power play. He was set up by Kyle Mee and Sam Craggs, who is having a phenomenal year. That goal was scored very, very late in period one, so the Springfield Junior Blues off to a 1-0 lead. Lone Star Brahmas and Odessa Jackalopes meeting in a series for the first time this season. The Odessa Jackalopes defeated the Lone Star Brahmas last night by a score of 3-2 to further close the gap in the South Division standings. It was the first time those two teams had met all season long, and the Jackalopes got the better of the Lone Star Brahmas. The Jacks fell behind the Corpus Christi Ice Rays, who are on a bit of a tear of late, folks. Corpus Christi up in fourth place, still quite a few points behind Lone Star and Topeka for third place. However, Odessa took care of the Lone Star Brahmas last night, defeated them 3-2 in regulation. That game now tied at 1 goal apiece. Something that's worth mentioning for the Lone Star Brahmas, they lost their, what many people believe to be their best player, the only player remaining from what so many Wildcats remember. Certainly not good memories for the Wildcats fans, but last season the Lone Star Brahmas had an elite line, one of the best lines in the North American Hockey League, if not the best line, featuring Sebastian Vidmar, the league MVP, Ludvig Larsson, and Oscar Andrin. That line, 3 Swedes, all 3 of them with incredible shooting, passing, and skating abilities. Vidmar and Larsson each moved on to playing college hockey. And now the final remaining component of that line, Oscar Andrin, has moved on as well. So, a bit of a sad story for the Lone Star Brahmas, who have come to know Oscar Andrin as an integral part of their community and their family. He was offered the opportunity to play the remainder of the season with Boston University. That's where he will finish out the 2015-16 campaign. So the Brahmas now without their leading scorer, or who was their leading scorer, Oscar Andrin, for the remainder of their season. He was replaced by Amarillo's Johan Lundgren. Lundgren also a Swede. One of the better players on the Amarillo Bulls this season. He was part of that line with Joey Molinaro and George Mika, a bit of a one-trick pony that line was becoming. Now that he's gone, Molinaro and Mika have been split on different lines, but when he was a part of the Amarillo Bulls, he centered their top line oftentimes and was one of their better players, also scored a few goals against the Wildcats. He has taken Andren's place. Wears the same number that Andren wore, number 19, so instead of Andren, now it will be Lundgren with the Lone Star Brahmas. New uniform. His fellow Swede, Martin Mellberg, scored a goal in period 1 to tie the game. John Russell, the Harvard commit, opened the scoring for the Odessa Jackalopes very early in the game, just 2 minutes in. Martin Mellberg would answer 4 minutes later. He was set up by their top defensemen, Sean Giles and Cameron Clark. Again, that game tied at one goal each. Topeka hosting the Corpus Christi Ice Rays. What a commute that must have been up at the Landon Arena, the Kansas Expo Center in Topeka, Kansas. 5-2 the shots, 1-0 the score. Very low shooting game, apparently. Quinn Preston was assisted by Yuhiko Saka and Sammy Tavernier to give the Topeka Roadrunners a 1-0 lead over their South Division rivals, the Corpus Christi Ice Rays. That game also in its first intermission. Brookings Blizzard and the Bismarck Bobcats scoreless after half of their first period has gone by up in South Dakota. In North Dakota, the Minot Minotauros have just gotten things started against their rivals, the Aberdeen Wings. That game just 30 seconds into the contest. And that's going to just about wrap things up for your out-of-town scoreboard. We're about 4.5 minutes away from second period action brought to you by American Classified. Stay tuned, folks. Welcome back, folks. We're just moments away from second period action here at the K. Yeager Coliseum. The intermission clock winding down. The public address announcer getting the crowd riled up, the crowd in their seats. And the players are set to take the first face-off of period 2. Period 1 was pretty much dominated by the Wichita Falls Wildcats. 17 shots. Anton Martinson stopped all of them. 6 shots for the Amarillo Bulls. Justin Kapellmeister stopped all of them. The puck drops and second period action. No, it does not drop. Jumped the gun a little bit. Eric Yeager and George Mika taking the face-off. Liam Ferguson, rather, and the Amarillo Bulls win the draw. John Evans banks it off the neutral zone boards. Gilraith back in his own zone to play the puck. Backhands one up the wall, and the Wildcats assume control in their own zone. It is Matt Hines. Hines is passed, missed everything in sight, goes the length. No icing here because Martinson played it. Well, they're going to call it icing anyways. Not sure they're allowed to do that. They're going to do it. Anton Martinson played the puck, and somehow this is going to count as icing. So a defensive zone faceoff will take place in the Wildcats zone. It will take place to the left of Justin Kapellmeister. Johnny Lazarus to take the draw. He wins it. Matt Hines will try to push it back, hoping for Yeager in behind his own net. Yeager shoots it around the boards. A pinching Gernhofer keeps it in. He's got it now along the right side. Yeager steals it from him. Yeager shoots it off the glass and around the end boards. Lazarus hustles back to get it and backhands it around the end wall once more. Noah Gilraith down the left side with his head up, looks to make a play. He sets up Lazarus with some speed down the right side. Lazarus is in to the goal. Backhander just missed the net. Lazarus sweeps it to the left side now. Left point Gilraith, right point Baum. Baum jumbles it, sends it towards the circle, and Albrecht missed wide on a shot. Gilraith's shot redirected on goal by Yeager and smothered up and held by Anton Martinson. Garrett Van Wy will take this offensive zone face-off to the right of goaltender Martinson against Brady Crabtree, who was a bit too anxious there on that draw. He's swapped by Michael Foreman. Foreman wins the face-off. Sabatini shoots it off the boards, gloved down by Paisan. Paisan along the left half wall, battling for it, knocks it loose, down in the corner now, picked up and given to Riley DeFazio. DeFazio swings it D to D. Big collision there by Andre Paisan, who just broke the stick of DeFazio after he took him down. Here come the Bulls. In deep, a wraparound try, back to the slot. Mika's shot blocked and cleared to Ben Lown. Lown skates it down his off wing with tons of speed, gains the line, peels off and tries to slip one across, hoping for Van Wy, who catches up with it eventually. Van Wy tries to chip it back to the point. Lurking there for it is Cronin. Instead, it goes in deep and behind the Bulls' net. Sabatini to the outside. The Bulls are managed to clear out to center, but no further. Jeff Baum stops it there. Baum battles for it along the far side boards, pushed free and picked up by Alexei Poikla. Gains the blue line, sets up Ben Lown. Lown the shot, missed on the glove side. Goes around the corner boards. Reisinger chips it back in deep. Matt Meininger, the former Odessa Jackalope, gives it D to D for Tyler Hall. George Mika shoots it off the far half wall and back out to the neutral zone. Dementis Sipus is back on it, regains the Amarillo line, cuts into the middle. Sipus the shot, missed blocker side. Second chance, Reisinger. I think his shot missed the net as well. Sipus back in the neutral zone to play the puck. Max Reisinger shoots it ahead, a bit too far for Alexei Poikla. Bulls have just cleared the puck all the way down into the Wildcats zone. Michael Rounds back to play it. Max Reisinger, backhand pass for Rosa. Good touch pass there for Litviak. Litviak on the right side gains the blue line in the Amarillo zone. One hands his way behind the net, still with possession of the puck. Tries to trickle it back to the point, hoping for Hines. It was batted down, given to Beaulieu in the slot. Beaulieu had it bouncing on him, gets it back and shoots it off the side of the goal. Poked in behind the net. Beaulieu jams it free, hoping to get it to Gilreath. He eventually does. Gilreath holds and fires, blocked by Rosa out in front. Bounced down, corralled by Litviak, swept around the boards, held in right point by Gilreath. Gilreath shoots again, missed on the short side. Boy, he has been shooting the puck quite a bit. Hines tries to slip one back door, hoping for Beaulieu. Bit too hot to handle for him. Wrapped back around the end wall, held in Hines, gave it away. Gilreath rescues it. Gilreath down low for Litviak. Litviak around the end boards. Beaulieu picks it up right corner. Slides it back to the point. Hines a shot. Glove save by Anton Martinson. What an offensive zone surge there by the Wichita Falls Wildcats. Unfortunately, they were not rewarded. Anton Martinson again getting the job done with some pretty good leather flashing there. Eric Yeager will take this face-off in the Bulls zone. How many times has this happened today? Another eager face-off. Charlie Singerhouse jumped the gun this time. He's been replaced by Sarnowski. Quick bit off the draw. Went off an Amarillo stick and up over the net and out of play. 16:23 to go in period 2. Still scoreless here at the KYC. 20-6 are the shots on goal, but nothing to show for it for the Wildcats. Eric Yeager will take another draw. This time Singerhouse will take the face-off for Amarillo. He wins it this time. Philippe Fromberger sends one the length of the ice outside of the reach of Sarnowski, so an icing call is the result. Again, Eric Yeager versus Charlie Singerhouse, won by Yeager. Back to Baum, his shot blocked. Yeager tries to shoot it towards the net. It was picked up and sent the other way for the Amarillo Bulls. John Evans gets it past Cronin. Kappelmaster gives it away. Evans from the skate to the stick, had it batted away from him by Yeager on the back check. Holden Cronin catches up with it. Goes in behind the Wildcats net, and here's Jeff Baum. Wildcats fail to clear. Long-range slap shot from Keenan Sabatini missed. Molinaro tries to feed it back door. Back to the point. Sabatini had it bounce on him. Into the corner for Singerhouse. Here's Lazarus. Intercepted. Good pinch there by Philippe Fromberger. He was stymied by the other number 16, Jeff Baum. Malcolm working hard for that puck. It's pushed free and back out to center. Johnny Lazarus assumes control. Gains the blue line with Albrecht right behind him. Albrecht the recipient of the pass. Back to Lazarus in the slot. Shoots. He scores! Johnny Lazarus never gave up on the puck. Some crisp puck movement and some good passing between Austin Albrecht and Johnny Lazarus. And finally they get rewarded. It's 1-0 Wildcats. That is Johnny Lazarus' 8th goal of the season. Also his 26th point. For Austin Albrecht, that's his 40th point. Incredible numbers for each of them. Albrecht now with 23 assists on the year. 17 goals. Alexei Poikala tries to sidestep Michael Foreman. He's run into the sideboards there. It's pushed back deep into Wichita Falls territory. Gilreath for Baum. Baum ahead for Poikala on the left side. Burnett crossing the line onside. Poikala holds up and tries to sauce one in the direction of Reisinger. Batted down and sent towards Mika, a bit beyond his reach and all the way down, icing the call against the Bulls. 14.5 minutes to go in period 2. 1-0, finally the score in favor of the Wildcats. That long-awaited first goal was just scored moments ago by Johnny Lazarus, his 8th goal of the season. 21-6 the shots on goal. Hard to believe it took the Wildcats 21 shots to finally beat Anton Martinson, but that tells you a lot about the caliber of this goaltender. Ben Lown pushes it back to the point. Holden Cronin keeps it in. Andre Paisan right corner, battling his way away from Tyler Hall. It goes behind the net now. Garrett Van Wy pushes it free. Good to see Van Wy's okay after a bit of a scary hit and knocked his helmet off. He looked a bit disoriented after the hit. Good to see him back out there skating under his own power. Normally, Ben Lown takes the shot, and it was stopped by Martinson. It's his 21st save of the night. Paisan goes after it in the corner now. 2-on-2 puck battle ensues. Van Wy scoops it up. Doesn't have a whole lot of room down there. He's pinned to the corner wall by Brady Crabtree. Van Wy is brought down, Lown in to help him out. A couple of West Coast guys for the Wildcats going at it. They win the puck. Here's Cronin with time and space. Takes a shot. Stick save by Anton Martinson. Into the corner again it goes. Ben Lown switching places with Cronin. Lown into the slot. Holden fires. Trickles wide. And it goes into the corner for Brady Crabtree, who will clear it off the boards and out into the Wildcat zone. Good play by Brady Crabtree. His teammates were tired. They needed a line change, and the Wildcats are hoping to catch them in the midst of it. Garrett Van Wy slides it slowly but ever so surely across the line. Holden Cronin was onside when he took that hit, and Philippe Fromberger now will take over for the Bulls. Fromberger can't get it out. A good play was made by Matt Hines to keep it alive. Here's Ryan Burnett with time and space. He put it back door, hoping for Rosa. Went off his skate. Rosa tried to feed it into the slot. Beaulieu takes a whack at it. Picked off and skated back the other direction by Trent Dillinger. And that's going to end the Wildcats' surge. Dillinger's got it near corner in the Cat zone. Sent into the Wildcat slot. Beaulieu backhands one ahead. Picked up there by Rosa. He's got Burnett going to the goal. Rose on the right side, peels up and delays, tries to chip it back to Gilraith, popped up into the Wildcats bench. And that's going to constitute a whistle. 12.5 to go in period 2. 1-0 the score in favor of the Cats. The lone goal tonight being scored by Johnny Lazarus, his 8th of the season. 23-6 are the shots on goal favoring the Cats, but just 1-0 on the score where it counts. Eric Yeager again will take a face-off here. Pretty solid tonight in the circles. Schacht will drop the puck. Yeager wins the draw against Singerhouse. Quick shot, pad save Martinson. John Evans shoots it up the boards and out to center. Michael Rounds back to get it. Rounds D-to-D for Sipus now, near side. Sipus airmails one to the left side. Austin Albrecht dances his way in. Lazarus is right behind him. Albrecht carries it behind the net, tries to feed it for Lazarus. Picked up in the corner. Now it's behind the goal. 4-man scrum, which is equally divided. The puck battle won by the Bulls. Sipus pinches in, hoping to keep the puck alive. It bounces in the air, cleared out to the slot. Lazarus has it and shoots, blocked, and it stung Matt Meininger. Rounds works his way back into the play, jabs it back to Lazarus to the point. Sipus' one-timer skitters wide out the far side, picked up there by Zach Sarnowski, who could have a one-on-one against Sipus. Sarnowski tries the toe drag and shoots it off of Sipus, picked up there by Rounds far corner. Rounds knocked off possession of the puck. Yeager goes back to work for it. Wrapped around the boards. It's going to be picked up in a 2-on-1 for the Cats. Austin Albrecht on the left side. Johnny Lazarus to the goal. Albrecht shoots, stopped by Martinson, and the rebound jumped away from Lazarus. Picked up by Yeager. Yeager goes in behind. Lazarus has it at the goal line. Back to the left point, it's Jeff Baum. Baum returning for Lazarus. This line extremely tired. They've been out there for quite a while, but so are the Bulls. Nobody out there can skate all that well. Holden Cronin jumps in with a little bit of room on the left side. Cronin tries to slide it in front for Albrecht. Bounces away from him. Litviak, fresh off the bench, sets up Cronin in the slot, fires a shot, blocked. Batted down, picked up by Cronin again. To the right point it goes. Alexei Poikla's got it. Baum wants it. Poikla shoots it, redirected by Albrecht and stopped by Martinson. Cronin pinches in. Poikla's playing his position, and finally the Bulls get it out to center ice. Reisinger's fresh off the bench. He wanted a breakaway pass on the home run pass from Jeff Baum, but he fanned on it. Baum for Litviak. Litviak's pass missing Reisinger. Bounces back towards Litviak, but picked off and taken over by the Bulls. We're approaching the midway point of period 2. 1-0 still the score. in favor of the Cats. 26-6 are the shots on goal. Reisinger with a good backhand pass for Litviak. Peels up and shoots. Stick save Martinson. That was a bit of a change-up. Didn't fool Martinson. Goes behind the net. Litviak now. Swiped of it by, or stripped of it, I should say, by Matt Nels. Litviak back on it. Turns his way from Nels. Fromberger pushes it free. Reisinger falls down along the far corner boards. Going to be picked up again by Alexei Poikala. Dances his way into the slot. Runs into some traffic there. It was Liam Ferguson. And Sabatini will try to clear. The Bulls take over. Tyler Gernhofer. Joey Molinaro, the Bulls' leading scorer, works his way back into the Cat zone. Long shot from the right side is stopped by Kappelmaster. Rebound. Fanning on the backhander there was Ferguson. I think a good stick check by Ben Lown prevented Ferguson from getting a clean second chance away. Here's George Mika back to the trailer. Right side, Tyler Hall's shot just missed on the blocker's side. As it's pushed back to the left point, Mika's shot, glove saved by Justin Kappelmaster. 9:15 to go in period 2. I believe we're going to go to our second period media timeout. 1-0 the score in favor of the Wildcats. 27-8 are the shots on goal. And the Cats are going to be tasked with taking a defensive zone faceoff, which hasn't happened a whole lot in this game. They're nearly quadrupling the Bulls in shots on goal. Sipus looks up and tries to find Ben Lown on the right side. Martinson plays it around the far corner boards. Paisan's got it there. Paisan is wrapped up by Tyler Hall, pushed in behind the net once more. Meininger manages to get it out and into the Bulls bench, so the faceoff will remain in Amarillo territory. And the faceoff circle to the left of Anton Martinson. What an incredible player that young man has been for his team. Facing hundreds of more shots than any other goaltender in the North American Hockey League this season. A workhorse each and every night. He is the only Bulls goaltender to have won a game for his team this season. It's unfortunate that the team has struggled as much as it has because he's a goaltender who certainly deserves to have accumulated some wins, but I'm sure in his last season as a 95, wherever he ends up, they will be very thankful to have him next season. Justin Kappelmaster plays it out to the left corner. Ben Lown nearly was slashed there by Trent Dillinger. Lown circles back and surveys, tries to split the ice. He finds a man in Paisan. Paisan negotiating his way towards the goal, powers his way through, takes a shot. It's stopped by Martinson. All 5 Bulls around their goaltender now. And that's going to stop play. 8:17 to go in period 2. 1-0 remaining the score, coming off of that Johnny Lazarus slot shot. And it came basically from the blue ice. Bit of a funny hop, but it didn't fool Lazarus. It tricked out Martinson for just long enough to open up enough of the goal for Lazarus to put one through. 28-8 of the shots on goal. Matt Nels goes behind the net. Evans was waiting for it in the neutral zone. Good pinch and a good read there by Matt Hines. He just fired it wide. Held in by Bolio. Sent in behind the net, a bit too far for Burnett. Corralled by Evans. And now a 5-man scrum favoring the Bulls ensues down there. Picked up by Charlie Singerhouse on his backhand, trying to work it back out into the Wildcat zone. Instead, he shot it out of play, so that's going to be a souvenir for a young fan down there in the premium glass seats. We've just crossed the 12-minute mark of period 2, so just under 8 minutes remaining. Rosa falls right off the face-off. Gernhofer spins it back in. Beaulieu plays it behind the Wildcats net. Wildcats cycle it up ahead. Here's Gilraith chopping it towards Beaulieu. It fooled him a little bit and wasn't quite prepared for it. And the Amarillo Bulls are right back out into the neutral zone. Beaulieu battling for it on the right side. Drops it back for Noah Gilraith. Gilraith gains the logo. Played it off the far half wall. Rose lets it go through him. Gilraith left side sets up Beaulieu. One-timer hit the post again. That's the second post for Austin Beaulieu. And the Amarillo Bulls dodging another bullet there. Noah Gilraith going back to get it in the left corner. Gernhofer wants it. Beaulieu gets it. Gernhofer steals it, turns and shoots. Stopped by Kappelmaster. Hines back to play it behind his own net. Noah Gilraith looks. Fires a home run pass, hoping for Eric Yeager. It missed him, and icing will be the result. 6:56 remaining in period 2. 1-0 remains the score. 28-9 the shots on goal. The last of which was a long-range bid from Tyler Gernhofer, the former University of Vermont product. Actually a Texas native, Tyler Gernhofer. He's from Grapevine. A sharp angle shot from Crabtree is stopped. Another blast from Meininger was fought off by Justin Kappelmaster, and that puck probably deflected a mile up into the air. Eric Yeager is going to take another draw. Countered by Crabtree again. This time Yeager wins it. It was taken by Mika, though. His shot from the goal line is stopped by Kappelmaster, who was hugging the right post, and it looks like Yeager's in a little discomfort down there behind the Wildcats' net. Yeager is ailing. You can see it in the way he's skating now. Rounds has it in the Wildcat zone, deep in Wichita Falls ice. Wraps it around the far half boards. Austin Albrecht turns on the Jets. He will power his way through center. Look at that speed on his off wing. Albrecht takes it in behind and backhands one towards the net. Sticked away by Martinson. Yeager goes after it. Corrals possession. Jabs it in the direction of Lazarus. Lazarus feathers one back to the near point for Michael Rounds. Turns and guides it towards the corner. Lazarus has it. Dekes his way around Matt Meininger and feathers it across there for Demantis Sipus. Sipus for Rounds, who one-times it wide on the short side. Going to be picked up by Hall over there, and he will skate it out of harm's way. Sets up a man in Trent Dillinger, who tries to power his way around Sipus. No luck with that. Good defense by Sipus, who, as many of you must have heard in the intermission interview yesterday, Sipus mentioned with his height and his size, being able to use his stick to his advantage. And he's pretty stable. Despite not having a point this season, he's been a force to be reckoned with on the back end. Here's Baum attempting a toe drag in the slot, picked off by Evans, who will power his way back down the right wing and fire a long shot wide on the glove side of Kappelmaster. Nitschke takes a hit from behind there by Reisinger. Puck corralled and picked up by Ferguson. Ferguson holds and shoots fan on the shot. Picked up by Baum. Baum sends it to Nikita Litviak. Litviak into the slot, holds and shoots. Redirected wide by Reisinger. Picked up by Baum towards the corner for Reisinger. Reisinger behind the Bulls net. Around the corner wall, Cronin shot one that was blocked. DeFazio shoots it off the glass, trying to get it back out to center. Cronin runs into Jacob Nitschke there, and that's going to be a penalty against the Canadian defenseman. Holden Cronin has only played in 7 games so far this season. He's going to have a seat for the Wildcats. Not sure when the last time he took a penalty was, but it's probably quite some time ago. Cronin with just 16 penalty minutes on the season. Assists in his 8 games. My apologies. He's played 8, not 7 games. And for the second time tonight, the Wildcats will go to work on the Parkway Grill penalty kill. And here's Gernhofer manning the point position. Gives it to Mika at the left circle. Mika holds and shoots. Went off a Wildcat skate. Guided softly back to the right point. Tyler Hall does a head fake. Sets up Molinaro. Rink wide pass. George Mika dekes his way around Hines. Mika delays. Surveys. Gives to Gernhofer. Gernhofer returns to Mika, left circle. Slap pass to the goal line, jumped away from Walcom. In down low, Molinaro strips Paisan of it and works his way along the half boards. Here's Mika now, left circle, shoots into the glove of Justin Kappelmaster, and he hangs on for his 12th save, 13 rather, of the night. Baker's dozen saves for Kappelmaster, more than twice that many for Anton Martinson, who's made 28. Four minutes and 8 seconds remain in the second period. 1-0 the score in favor of the Wildcats. And 4 minutes remaining in period 2. Foreman overskates it a bit. 80 seconds to go on the Holden Cronin penalty. Sipis picks it up behind the Cats' net. And he will wheel his way ahead through the open ice and give it across for Ryan Burnett with a good lead pass. Burnett drops it off for Beaulieu. Shoots, he scores! Austin Beaulieu with a short-handed goal. It all started with the pass from Demantis Sipis, who's got his first point as the Wichita Falls Wildcats. And the Cats have extended their lead. It's 2-0. Austin Beaulieu's now got 2 shorthanded goals on this season. His first was an even bigger one. It came against the Lone Star Brahmas very, very late in the game. The first time the Cats and Brahmas played each other this season, it was at the Nitech Sports Center. It was late in the game. The Cats were trailing by 1, and Austin Beaulieu receiving a beautiful saucer pass through the air from Alexei Poikula, powered his way around Bud Madej, deked it from the forehand to the backhand, buried it on Corbin Kaspersky, and tied the game for the Wildcats, which they would eventually go on to win in overtime off of Rourke Russell's first goal as a Wildcat. Ben Lown finds Nick Rosa. Lown goes down. Rosa powers his way behind the net on his backhand. Nowhere to go with it, so he'll just slip it across. What a pass. Good find for Rounds. He shot one just wide. Picked up there by Ben Lown. Run into by Gernhofer, a much larger man. Gernhofer's got 80 pounds on Ben Lown, who just now works his way back to the Wildcats bench. Molinaro's shot tipped and stopped by Kappelmaster. Picked up by Sipis. Sipis' pass finding Rosa. Rosa holds, tries to return for Sipis, who could have had a 2-on-1 had he corralled the puck. There goes Molinaro. Could have a 2-on-1 as well. The Cats back checking. Molinaro puts on the brakes and shoots. Trickles wide. It went off a body. Picked up behind the net. Sipis has it. Chops at it. Cronin's fresh out of the box. He will chip it ahead. He could have a breakaway. Rosa was waiting there for it, but a good play was made by Hall to prevent that pass from getting through, and Kappelmaster's now got it at the side of the net. Arnowski is wrapped up in the slot. Singerhouse's backhander is stopped by Kappelmaster. Nels had his stick slashed clean out of his hands. Lazarus is off to the races, knocked away from him. Corralled by Baum, who leads the rush back in. Baum the shot. Fought off a bit awkwardly there by Martinson, but he made the save. Albrecht turns with it, sets up Cronin right point across the ice. One-timer from Lazarus, blocked by Baum, or Yeager rather. Sent back to the left point again. Lazarus. Good steal by Albrecht, who turns and shoots in and out of the glove and then back into it. Anton Martinson making his 31st save of the night. Two 0 the score. Minute 51 to go in period 2. 33-16 the shots on goal. We all know just how delicate the 2-goal lead can be, especially against this Amarillo Bulls team who knows how to score in bunches. They did it 2 nights ago against the Wildcats. 2 goals in 13 seconds. Trent Dillinger and Joey Molinaro each scored within 13 seconds of each other to tie the game early on in the second period. That tie would last all the way up until midway through the third period, in which Garrett Van Wy tucked it past Anton Martinson for his first game-winning goal of the season. Good hops there by Matt Hines. It didn't work out, though. Nikita Litviak back checking, winning possession of the puck, and Hines banks it off the glass. Reisinger going after it, full speed ahead. Takes out Nitschke, falls down. Reisinger shoots it. Where is it? Nobody knows where it is, but Martinson had it. 101 seconds to go, 81 seconds, check my math there, pardon me. 81 seconds to go in period 2, 2-0 the score. Martinson's saves now doubling those of Kapellmaster, but his team trailing by 2. Face-off win cleanly by the Wildcats. Gilraith hammers a shot, bounces in the air, backhanded on goal, or off the side of the goal rather, by Reisinger, and covered up by Martinson. Again, folks, don't be afraid to send the Wildcats Twitter page a tweet or send me a text. Let us know where you're tuning in from tonight, and I'll be sure to give you a shout out. I'd be more than happy to. Before this game comes to an end, this game now 21 minutes exactly from coming to an end. 21 minutes of hockey, I should say. Long range shot, missed the net. Crabtree's got it at the left point. Long shot, redirected and into the glove of Justin Kapellmaster. Probably his best save of the night. That was a good tip from out in front of the net. I believe it was Michael Foreman getting a stick on that one. And Kapellmaster again doing some pretty good leather flashing down there. Prevented the Bulls from cutting the Wildcats' lead in half. The last minute of Wildcats hockey is brought to you by La Quinta Inn & Suites, the official host hotel of your Wichita Falls Wildcats. Garrett Van Wy will take a defensive zone draw against Brendan Walcom, son of a former NHL referee, Stephen Walcom, who I must say, as a Chicago Blackhawks fan, not such great memories of Stephen Walcom, one of the better National Hockey League referees for a large portion of his career, especially towards the end. He had the privilege of officiating Stanley Cup playoff games, one of which was Game 7 of the Western Conference semifinals in 2013 between the Blackhawks and the Red Wings. A very controversial call was made in that game. Unfortunately for the Blackhawks fans, it did not end up in our favor. The Hawks would eventually go on to win that game, but a huge scare was made, partially because of that call. No doubt about that. Here's some pushing and shoving after the final whistle for period 2. It has just been blown. 40 minutes are in the books. The Wildcats with a 2-0 lead, doubling the shots on goal for the Amarillo Bulls, 35-17. They're going to head back to their respective dressing rooms. The Bulls are going to try to seek out some kind of magic formula to pull out of their hats and come back onto the third frame with all that they've got, because they're going to need it against this Wildcats team who has kept them in check and then some in this game. We're going to take another break here from the K. Yeager Coliseum. And when we come back again, we're going to have some out-of-town scoreboard updates for you, and we'll break down the first 40 minutes in a bit greater detail. Stay tuned. And welcome back, folks, to your second intermission report. I'm Alex Von Coitel, bringing you Wildcats hockey on the Wildcats Broadcast Network. 40 minutes of this game have gone by. Now, it's been a pretty one-sided affair, but the scoreboard wouldn't suggest so. It's just 2-0 in favor of the Wildcats. 35-17 the shots on goal. And once again, Anton Martinson, the workhorse for the Amarillo Bulls, having another tough and busy night for his team. Not sure this guy's had one easy night since the season started for his Amarillo Bulls. He stopped 33 of 35. He's kept his team in it. Justin Kapelmaster as well. You don't want to take away any credit for Justin Kapelmaster because it's never easy playing as a goaltender when the majority of the game is happening in the other end. You're not getting your shots. You're not establishing any sort of rhythm really and getting yourself into a routine. And gets a little cold down there and tough to stay fresh and facing all those shots. So Justin Kapelmaster's done a pretty good job for his team as well, turning aside all 17 he has faced and keeping the Amarillo Bulls off the score sheet. He's turned aside a couple of tough shots as well. Now for your out-of-town scoreboard update, the Fairbanks Ice Dogs in Aston taking on the Aston Rebels. 5-2 the final in Aston, Pennsylvania. The Fairbanks Ice Dogs en route to yet another victory. They have now tied the Wildcats for points in the standings. They've also got one game in hand, so if the Wildcats can manage to win tonight, then they will maintain their dominance at the helm of the North American Hockey League. The Fairbanks Ice Dogs are really the only team who are within striking distance of the Cats. Now the Lone Star Brahmas, the Topeka Roadrunners, and the Minnesota Wilderness and the New Jersey Titans are all pretty close behind. Still a few wins away, however, the Fairbanks Ice Dogs and the Wichita Falls Wildcats, as they have so often this season, going head-to-head for first place bragging rights in the North American Hockey League. It's been raining cats and dogs since the start of the season. So Fairbanks taking another one before heading back home to Alaska. The Kenai River Brown Bears in Pennsylvania as well, taking on the Johnstown Tomahawks. Looks like they just got swept 3-1 the final in Johnstown. The Coulee Region Chill dominating right now. 4-0 the score over the Janesville Jets. Mossy Miller, Dominic Florian, Nico Luca, and Kevin Deneen all scoring for the Coulee Region Chill. Nico Luca with 2 points to his name. None of the former Wildcats on the ice have scored a point yet tonight. Shane Kosmeski is a +1, however. Alex Falconer also a +1. Falconer with 2 shots, Kosmeski with 1. The Springfield Junior Blues also dominating the Minnesota Magicians. That game in its second period at the moment. 4-0 the score in favor of the Springfield Junior Blues. The Lone Star Brahmas have really picked things up in Odessa. They've scored 3 unanswered goals. They now lead 4-1. I should say 4 unanswered goals. They've scored the last 4 against the Odessa Jackalopes. 3 straight in the second period, however. Bud Madej, Johan Lundgren, and Peter Bates have all scored for Lone Star. Madej and Bates each scored on the power play. Lundgren scored at even strength. He was set up by Cody Wickline. So good to see Johan Lundgren stepping into the shoes of the great Oscar Andrin out there in Odessa tonight, playing for the Lone Star Brahmas now. Pretty daunting task for Lundgren, who came off a struggling team and was placed on one of the top teams in the North American Hockey League. Expected to play a big role out there as well. Good to see him acclimating himself and getting himself on the score sheet. As for the final South Division update, the Topeka Roadrunners hosting the Corpus Christi Ice Rays tonight up at the Landon Arena in Kansas's capital. Still a low-shooting game. 14-6 the shots after 2 periods of play. Boy, that has got to be a difficult one to call for my buddies Archecker and Colin Shuck up there. Never easy to call games like that when the shooting is so few and far between. Less up and down action. Gets a little bit stale after a while, so give the two of them credit. This game has not been like that. Just 20 shots total in that game after 2 periods. 52 total in this game after 2 periods. quite a difference in tempo, that much is for sure. Anyways, Topeka leading that game 1-0. One goal was scored in period 1. Quinn Preston set up by Yuhiko Saka and Sammy Tavernier. That goal still stands. No scoring occurred in the second period. The Bismarck Bobcats in Brookings, South Dakota, taking on the Blizzard tonight. 2-0 the score in favor of the Brookings Bobcats. Now it looks like it's been made 3-0 by guess who? Parker Mismash, former Wildcat, has tallied for the Bismarck Bobcats. So congratulations, Parker. We hope you're enjoying your new team and your new city up there in Bismarck, North Dakota. And we wish you the best of luck, of course. We like to look after our former Wildcats, our Wildcats alumni. And we hope all is well for you. 3-0 the score in favor of the Bismarck Bobcats. The Aberdeen Wings up in Minot, North Dakota, taking on the Minotauros. That game in its first intermission. Ryan Cook with the lone goal, 1-0 in favor of Aberdeen going into period 2. And that's going to just about wrap things up for your out-of-town scoreboard update. We're about 6 minutes or so removed from third period action brought to you by American Classifieds. When we come back, we'll have a third period hockey for you, and so much more. Stay tuned, folks. right, welcome back, folks. We're just moments away from third period hockey, brought to you by American Classifieds. The Wildcats off to a 2-0 lead. The goals scored tonight by veterans Johnny Lazarus and Austin Bolio. Johnny Lazarus scored on a nice little move in front of the net in the blue paint. He deked out Anton Martinson, opened up the ice just enough to tuck it past Martinson's left pad. Austin Bolio with a beautiful shot from the top of the right circle. Another short-handed goal for him in which he sniped Anton Martinson low on the blocker's side. That takes us to now 2-0 the score. The third period is underway. 35-17 the shots on goal. The Wildcats hoping to dominate this period as much as they have the first two periods. If that is the case, they will undoubtedly win this game. Albrecht kicks it over the line, takes a big hit there from behind by John Evans. That'll wake you up in the morning. Noah Gilraith backtracking to play the puck. Sarnowski's right on him. Gilraith takes it, backhands one in the direction of Yeager. Yeager up ahead to the right side for Lazarus, who returns it for Yeager. It bounced away from him, though. And Gernhofer will send Singerhouse on his way. His shot patted aside by Justin Kappenlaster. Austin Albrecht runs into Joey Molinaro. Each of them taking a bit of an equal amount of force from that collision, but the Wildcats have just iced the puck. And thank you very much to Mike and Leslie Rounds tuning in, that entire household watching from Mount Pleasant, Michigan, the hometown of Wildcats defenseman Michael Rounds, who's having a very solid campaign for John LaFontaine and the Wildcats. 2 goals, 10 points. 2 goals, 10 assists, 12 points, and is tied for second on the team in plus-minus with an impressive plus 14 rating. So thank you very much to the Rounds family. We know you always do your best to tune in and support us on fasthockey.com. Sorry about your Spartans, by the way, a couple of nights ago, but at least the Wildcats came away with the win. So certainly some consolation there. Holden Cronin for Andre Paisan. Paisan lifts one ahead on a good pass on the tape for Lown. He put it in front. Van Wy shoots it just wide on the opposite post. That was inches away. Van Wy slams his stick on the ice in frustration. He can't believe he didn't just score. And Ben Lown has made so many crisp, sharp, and intelligent passes here tonight, folks, and that was just one of them. And Van Wy nearly tucked it into the opposite side of the net. Came inches away. The net was knocked loose regardless. Not sure if the goal would have counted. Nevertheless, Van Wy a bit frustrated with himself. Paisan holds the puck alive, dances his way around a check, sent in front from Van Wy to Lown. Didn't work out for him, though, and the Bulls will skate it back the other way. Mika slams on the brakes and guides it back for Hall, who put it across the ice there for Foreman. Redirected into the offensive zone, so no icing. Baum is back to get it. Baum wheels away from Mika. He's wrapped up from Mika. Here's Cronin. Holden Cronin, the Regina, Saskatoon native, gave it away in the neutral zone. Baum shoots it off the Wildcats' end boards. Reisinger chips it further. Kept in Nels. Knocked free. The Wildcats trying to escape on an odd man rush, but it trickles back into the Cat zone. So Lon will have to regroup and clear it out to center, and the Bulls shoot it back in. Here's Jeff Baum, sends it to the right side for Reisinger and across the Amarillo line. Reisinger on one hand protects that puck, backhands it in behind the net. Litviak to the front of the goal from the goal line, sets up Reisinger. He shoots, hit the post. The net knocked loose again by Anton Martinson. It's that left post down there. And the same one that the Wildcats have hit on multiple occasions here tonight. That was just one of several. And again, the Bulls fortunate, very fortunate, that this game is 2-0 and not something much worse. They've been saved by both their goaltender and the iron tonight. Here's Philippe Fromberger. Charlie Singerhouse ran into some traffic there in the form of Nikita Litviak, who gets it ahead for Poikala. Poikala puts on the brakes and sends it across for Michael Rounds at the left point. Guides it down low for Litviak. Chopped free into the slot for Evans, who clears out to center. Charlie Singerhouse, or that's Sarnowski, taking the shot into the glove of Justin Kapelmaster, and no further play. I'd also like to give a shout out to Greg and Sue Van Wy, tuning in from Garrett's hometown of Seattle, Washington. They say, "Go Wildcats." Thank you very much to the Van Wys for tuning in and supporting the Wildcats on the Wildcats Broadcasting Network. And I know you might be shaking your heads back home in Seattle. You're itching for that goal scored by Garrett. He came just inches away. It was ever so close to getting him his second goal in as many nights. Or as many games, I should say. I thought it was a goal. He did as well. As Martinson covers up that shot from Ryan Burnett. Nick Rosa, Austin Bolio, Ryan Burnett, Noah Gilraith, and Matt Hines on the ice. This is the first all right-handed shooter forward line I think I've seen this season for the Wildcats. The majority of their team shoots left. Bolio, Rosa, and Burnett, all right-handed shooters. Hines shot one. It was redirected into the offensive zone by Burnett. Rosa goes back there to get it. Rosa along the corner boards, falls down, gets it loose for Bolio, who's wrapped up by a couple of Amarillo Bulls. Knocked free for Rosa, put into the slot. Burnett dances in, waltzes his way towards the goal, and it's knocked away from him, and there go the Bulls. Joey Molinaro in across the line, tried to dish it ahead for Walcom, kept in Sabatini, switches to the opposite point and fires a shot. It didn't get through the traffic. Sabatini's got it again, far point, towards the corner. It's Molinaro. Molinaro had his stick slashed out of his hands by Bolio. He wanted a penalty but won't get one. Molinaro goes out of his way to chirp into the air of Bolio, who's ignoring him at this point. Good interception. Here come the Wildcats. Albrecht in over the line. Albrecht left side, holds and shoots. Just missed wide on the far side. Martinson was well out of his crease. Albrecht chips it in down low. Lazarus first to it. Turns on the Jets and tries to knock it free for Baum. Cats are on a delayed offside. The arm goes down. Play continues. Here's George Mika. Brady Crabtree. George Mika once more down the left side. On Cronin takes the shot. Easy save, Kappelmaster. Mika picks it up in the corner. Knocked free for Lazarus. Lazarus tries to push it ahead for Albrecht. Trailing behind there is Yeager. He pushed it up the far wing. Yeager knocks it free, gloves it down. He's got a man open, and Albrecht couldn't get it to him, though. The lane was taken away by Tyler Hall. Sent back to the other point. Cronin had to kick it, and it went into the far corner instead of his stick. So play goes the other way. Brady Crabtree gains the line and knocks it in deep. Jeff Baum back there, working for it. Brady Crabtree ending up with it. Crabtree from the goal line slips it through the net mouth. Lazarus picks it up on a 2-on-2 with Albrecht. Lazarus and Albrecht swapping. Crisscrossing now. Albrecht holds left circle, tried to return for Lazarus. It went off of an Amarillo stick and over the glass. 14:48 to go in period 3. 2-0 remains the score in favor of the Wildcats. The goals tonight being scored by Johnny Lazarus and Austin Bolio in that order. 36-20 the shots on goal. Both goaltenders having pretty strong and stable nights in goal for their respective clubs. Thank you so much to Roger Burnett. He sent the Wildcats Twitter page a message saying, hoping for an insurance goal and celebrating the Wolverines Bowl win yesterday. Thank you very much to Roger Burnett for tuning in and supporting the Wildcats, of course. And it looks like the Cats now are on a Jim Arnold Collision power play. And this might just be the insurance goal chance that Roger Burnett was hoping for. As Poikla takes a shot, it was blocked by Ferguson. Michael Rounds dishes ahead for Bolio and gets it right back. Looks like Jacob Nitschke, one of the Amarillo Bulls' top penalty killers, is in the box for the next minute and a half, so we'll see if the Wildcats can take advantage. Ben Lown. Michael Rounds walks the blue line, surveys, gives a cross. Bolio right circle, hammers a shot, pad save, rebound cleared. Back to Bolio, right corner, he's got it. Right circle, backdoor, Lown fanned on the one-timer. Goes in behind the net, whacked around the boards, going to be held in left point by Michael Rounds. Rounds delivers for Lown, backdoor pass. Here's Bolio walking in and shooting, blocked by Martinson. Picked up Litviak, far corner, back to Bolio. Rounds wants it, he gets it. Rounds with time and space, backdoor play. Redirected wide, I believe it was Poikla. Now Bolio, right point. Slap pass, Michael Rounds from straight away. Into the corner there for Lown. Lown and Rounds swap places. Bolio's got it, tries to return. Bolio's pass was intended for Rounds, and Lown got his stick in the way, so broke it up unintentionally there. Pops back into the left corner. Rounds is replaced by Jeff Baum at the blue line now. Poikla trying to work it down low. Beaulieu coming off the board, slips it back. Baum hammers a one-timer that was redirected and up and over the mesh, not of play. And Anton Martinson has got to be breathing a sigh of relief because Jeff Baum can really bring it. He's got as hard of a shot as anyone on this team, and he let it rip there. Offensive zone face-off for the Wildcats. Half a minute remaining on the power play. Baum's long shot went off a piece of Martinson's glove. Banked around the left half boards. Baum hustles over to keep it alive. Is going to concede a shorthanded breakaway. Here come the Bulls. Charlie Singerhouse on one hand. Shoots and scores. He tucked it through the 5-hole on one hand. Kappelmaster pleading. He thought he was interfered with. He thought he was pushed into the net. It's going to be another shorthanded goal on the night. This time it belongs to the Bulls, and they have cut the Wildcats' lead in half. Charlie Singerhouse with another goal on the season for Amarillo. That's going to be his 7th, and it's now 2-1 Wichita Falls. Here's Austin Albrecht. Dumps it in deep, goes behind the net. Lazarus has it. Nitschi's out of the box. 5 skaters aside. Lazarus kicks it free for Jaeger. Sets up Albrecht, who's hooked, and that's going to be another penalty against the Amarillo Bulls. Albrecht had nothing but net to look at. He was alone, one-on-one against Martinson, and I believe one of the Amarillo Bulls hooked him on the way through. My mistake, it's going to be called a trip against Trent Dillinger. Back-to-back power plays for the Wildcats. Let's hope this time it results in a goal for instead of a goal conceded for the Cats. 2 shorthanded goals have been scored tonight. The first from Beaulieu and the second from Charlie Singerhouse. 2-1 the score. 12.5 minutes remain in period 3. The Wildcats with their 3rd chance on the Jim Arnold Collision power play tonight. They have yet to convert. Alexi Poikla, Eric Jaeger, Garrett Van Wy, Austin Beaulieu, and Michael Rounds, the choices on the power play for Coach LaFontaine and the Wildcats. Austin Beaulieu, top of the left circle, backdoor one-timer. Poikla stopped by Anton Martinson, and the puck jumped over Eric Jaeger's stick. Jaeger at the goal line, fed it across. Poikla fanned on it. It was a high saucer pass, a bit too much sauce on the pass, and here come the Bulls. Ferguson dumps it in after having gained the red line. Kappelmaster just lets Rounds pick it up. Michael Rounds dishes ahead there for Austin Beaulieu on the left side. Beaulieu backhands one in the air, and it's picked off and sent back into neutral ice. Rounds recovers. Alexi Poikla slices through the defense, sets up a man on the right side, and Jaeger, whose shot is waffle boarded there by Anton Martinson. Van Wy left half wall, gives it to Beaulieu and goes to the front of the net. Beaulieu's got it left circle. Poikla back door. Van Wy is in there as well. Jaeger with the puck now. Rounds waiting for it at the point. The pass intercepted, and there goes Singerhouse. Singerhouse hoping for another shorthanded goal here on this shift. Drops it off for Foreman, who backhanded one. It was blocked by Jaeger. Corralled by Jaeger now behind the Cats' net. Wheeling and dealing his way through the Wildcat zone and gives it across there for Johnny Lazarus. Lazarus in over the line. Had it pushed away from him by Keenan Sabatini. 3/4 of a minute remain on this Jim Arnold Collision power play. The Wildcats still seeking their first power play goal tonight. Albrecht squeezes past the defense. Surveys, didn't have a passing lane. Tries to push it back to Baum. He was tied up by a couple of Bulls. Lazarus has it and turns with it. Baum is open at the point. He walks the blue line. Gives it to Andre Paisan. Paisan takes the shot, redirected on goal, and stopped by Martinson. 10:57 to go in period 3. 2-1 the score in favor of the Cats. Shots on goals nearly doubled by the Cats, 40-21. And 21 seconds also remaining on the Jim Arnold Collision power play. Lazarus, Paisan, Albrecht, Burnett, and Jeff Baum on the ice for the Wildcats power play. They've got 21 seconds to avoid going 0 for 3 on the night. Off the tie-up, it's a mad scramble down there in the circle. Finally it comes free. Baum fails to keep it in. It bounced over his stick along the boards, and it's going to just about do it for the Wildcats power play, which will drop to 0 for 3 on the night. Austin Albrecht with some speed takes it and shoots. It was blocked by Hall. Into the corner it goes, chopped free by Hall, picked up by Lazarus, guided in deep, and it's Albrecht again. Along the end wall, Burnett sets up Paisan, who shot one off the side of the net. Burnett there gives it to Austin Albrecht. The Bulls players are tired. Albrecht wheels it in deep. Lazarus has it. Baum wants it. Lazarus trying to wedge it free. Does so eventually. Burnett in the slot. Backdoor for Paisan, who tips it just wide on the short side. Paisan takes a hit down there. Lazarus tried to set up Albrecht. Baum holds it in. Long shot blocked. And what have we here? Not sure what caused that whistle. There was no... maybe the net was loose. Maybe Martinson was pleading that it was loose. Didn't look like it was loose from up here. But the Bulls catch a big break there. They needed a whistle. They were tired. And we are just about halfway through period 3. The Wildcats now nursing a delicate 1-goal lead. As Philippe Fromberger will pick up possession in his own end and try to chip it up the wall. It goes out to center, Ben Lown. His pass picked off. Molinero's shot blocked by Gilraith. It stung him a little bit. He's hobbling on one leg. Molinero and Gernhofer battling for it. Comes to Molinero, couldn't backhand it. He was wrapped up by Noah Gilraith, who shoots it along the boards. Not out though. Bulls keep it in. Gernhofer's got it far point. Long shot. Stick save Kappelmaster. Into the near corner now. Joey Molinero pushes it down there. Brendan Walcom had it swiped off his stick. Good steal by the Bulls. Molinero's shot is fought off alertly there by Kappelmaster. Lown trying to work it out. Finally it trickles through. Philippe Fromberger just couldn't keep it in, and finally the Wildcats kill off the offensive zone surge by the Amarillo Bulls, probably their best of the period. Noah Gilraith works his way through the neutral zone, gains the Amarillo line on the left side. Gilraith put it through the net mouth. Nobody was there. Garrett Van Wy keeps it in right point. Van Wy banked it off the boards, and it's going to be skated out immediately by the Amarillo Bulls. Philippe Fromberger shoots one on goal. Easy stick save Kappelmaster. Sipus wraps it back around the far half wall. Nikita Litviak dances his way through the neutral zone, gains the Amarillo line, put it across for Paisan, had his stick tied up there by Philippe Fromberger, who wraps him up along the end boards there. Paisan trying to work it free. Jarring it loose was Evans instead. Picked up by Zach Sarnowski, trying to deke his way around Michael Rounds, but a fine defensive play by the young Michigan native prevented him from doing so. 8 minutes and 15 seconds remain in period 3. 2-1 the score in favor of the Cats. 41-23 the shots on goal. It's been a high scoring affair, or a high shooting affair, I guess you could say. Not very high scoring. Holden Cronin back to play the puck. Goes off the end boards with it. Michael Rounds ahead for Austin Albrecht with tons of speed. Slices through the neutral zone. Pass one behind Eric Yeager. Yeager in deep now, setting a pick for Albrecht. Lazarus wants it at the right circle. Instead swaps places, and Albrecht tried to give it to him when he wasn't expecting it. Unbeknownst to him, it had already exited the zone. Hall goes after it on a forecheck. Cronin back to play it. Baum dispossesses Sarnowski of the puck. It's picked up by Albrecht, who hoists it out to the neutral zone. He will go for a line change. He's replaced by Beaulieu, and the right-handed shooters are all back on the ice for John LaFontaine and the Wildcats. Here's Brady Crabtree holding and shooting. Left pad save by Justin Kappelmaster. Picked up there by Rosa, given into the neutral zone for Ryan Burnett, who speeds his way into the offensive zone, takes a shot in the slot. It was blocked by a couple of Bulls. Chopped out back to the left point. Hines has got it. Hines fan on the shot because he was pressured from behind by Trent Dillinger, fresh off the bench. Beaulieu shakes his way away from Crabtree, but it's picked off, and the Bulls are out to center. It's Trent Dillinger carrying it down the far wing, or the near wing, rather. And Trent Dillinger was one of just 2 goal scorers for the Amarillo Bulls on Thursday night on New Year's Eve. He gave it away. Now Rosa with his head up. Sets up Burnett in the neutral zone. It pops right off his stick. A bit too hot to handle for him. And the Bulls regroup. 6.5 to go in period 3. The Wildcats now with just a 1-goal lead over the Bulls. Puck pops into the slot. Picked up by Reisinger. Reisinger gives there for Poikla. Litviak held the line, and onside play. Poikla on the forecheck now, chips it free back to the left point. Rounds fans on the shot, and it bounces back into the neutral zone. Poikla with a good touch pass on the tape for Litviak, who's in across the line onside. Gives it back to Poikla in the slot back end. Returns for Litviak, who one-timed it just wide on the short side of the goal. As Poikla pushes it free in deep. Riley DeFazio. Philippe Fromberger, lead pass ahead for Gernhofer. Beaten to it by Michael Rounds. Rounds for Alexei Poikla. Poikla sidesteps Joey Molinaro and gets it in deep. Philippe Fromberger back to play the puck. Fromberger cuts through the neutral zone, dumps it in. Kappelmaster plays it out to the near corner boards. Lown had it pop off his stick. Welcome goes after it, but he's beaten to it by Jeff Baum, who escapes with it out to center, gets the return pass from Lown. Baum takes it wide on the left side, got a man to the goal. He shoots, and it's stopped by Anton Martinson. Flipped back across the blue line. Van Wy had already been over the line, so he failed to keep it in. An offside whistle is blown. Now Van Wy getting into it down there, trying to figure out which Bull that is. Can't see his number. Looks like that's John Evans, who has muddled things up with the Wildcats over the last few days. In fact, on New Year's Eve, John Evans was trying to fight Michael Rounds. And of course, Michael, not having any of that, just kind of shrugged his shoulders and shook his head no. John Evans, a much larger player, and certainly gets a lot less ice time than Michael Rounds does. Would not be a wise exchange, nor a fair fight. But Van Wy and John Evans will be off the ice for the next few minutes. Offsetting roughing penalties, I believe, to be the call. And once again, the Lazarus family rooting on the Wildcats, so thank you very much to the entire Lazarus family. Assuming you're in Johnny's hometown of Syosset, New York, from Wichita Falls, we'd like to say thank you very much. We hope you enjoyed your New Year's celebration. And we know you enjoyed Johnny Lazarus' 8th goal of the season, which was scored early on in the first period here tonight. In the second period, rather, excuse me. Eric Yeager will take a neutral zone face-off now. Play continues, just over 5 minutes remaining in period 3. The Wildcats nursing a tenuous 1-goal lead over the Amarillo Bulls. They can just never seem to get away from these guys on the scoreboard. And it's in large part due to the play of their superstar goaltender, Anton Martinson. Martinson has been the rock that has kept this team from completely falling apart this season. The Bulls have just 8 wins to the Wildcats 24. Martinson has got all of them. Baum had it hop over his stick. Sarnowski in hot pursuit takes Baum down, or nearly takes Baum down, and looks like the Cats have just iced the puck. Now Baum exchanging a few words into the ears of Zach Sarnowski, who's been on his case all evening long. Crabtree will take an offensive zone draw. He's countered by Eric Yeager. A couple of good face-off men going at it here in the face-off circle to the right of Kappelmaster. One cleanly by Crabtree. Long shot blocked by Albrecht. Albrecht tries to push it free. He had to catch up to it and wait for things to unfold. His lead pass missing Jeff Baum. It was a bit too far in front of him, and here comes Mika. Mika delays, backhand pass. Good pass on the tape for Foreman, who is tripped up. Penalty upcoming against the Wildcats. They're going to go back to the Parkway Grill penalty kill with just 4.5 minutes remaining, and their team nursing a 1-goal lead over the Amarillo Bulls. Desperately trying to protect this lead with just 4.5 minutes remaining, and again, it's going to be Holden Cronin having a seat, his second time doing so. The last time he had a seat, Austin Beaulieu scored a shorthanded goal. There have been 2 shorthanded goals tonight, no power play goals. The first scored by Beaulieu, the second by Charlie Singerhouse, the lone Amarillo goal. Looks like there was an eager jump to that face-off, so we're going to try this again. Stephen Walcom, or Brendan Walcom rather, taking the draw against Nick Rosa. Going to be difficult for me to keep the two of their names straight. Stephen Walcom, the NHL referee, and Brendan Walcom, the player for the Amarillo Bulls. And here's Tyler Hall. As he so often does, he leads the rush as the lone defenseman on this power play into the offensive zone. Gernhofer, stripped of it by the hard work and back check of Nick Rosa. Back to the right point again. Hall for Mika. Mika saucers it to Hall in the deep slot. Sets up Molinaro. Molinaro takes a shot. Pad save Kapellmaster. Walcom tries to stuff it in. No luck with that. Rosa slams it off the boards. It jumps away from Hall. And the Wildcats have cleared the puck. Their forwards complete line changes. Paisan and Burnett, the forwards now on the ice. Michael rounds behind his own goal. Blasted around the boards. It hits Gernhofer. Trying to use that 230-pound frame to win the puck. He couldn't do so. The Wildcats have just cleared it back into Amarillo territory. Philippe Fromberger's got it behind the Bulls' net. 50 seconds remaining to the Holden Cronin penalty. Fromberger is offside, and the whistle blows. .11 to go in period 3. 2-1 the score in favor of the Cats. Neutral zone faceoff upcoming. 41 seconds remaining on the Holden Cronin tripping penalty. The Wildcats seeking their 25th win of the season here tonight, hoping to kick off 2016 with a W. Off the tie-up, it's going to be won by the Wildcats. Sipis tries to power his way through and just dumps it into the Amarillo zone, killing off some more of this Bulls power play, which has not been very good tonight. The Bulls power play on the season just clicking at 16%. Good steal by the Wildcats. Off to the races goes Paisan. Van Wy goes straight to the goal. Paisan shoots. Fought off by the shoulder of Anton Martinson, and he's got his 42nd save of the night. Here's Tyler Hall. Taking a shot, didn't get all the way through. It's going to be picked up by Reisinger. Cronin's out of the box. Reisinger gets it as far as center, taken by Hall. Backtracks his way into the Amarillo zone, and now here's Nels. Nels ahead into the neutral zone. Litviak is tied up. His stick was held onto there by Brendan Walcom. Looks like he got away with it. Walcom shoots it into an empty corner. It goes around the end wall. Kapellmaster's got it there. Lead pass ahead for Nikita Litviak. Played it to Reisinger with a nice play to keep the puck onside. Puck is given away, and the Bulls skate it back the other direction. Liam Ferguson takes it wide on the right side and shoots it over the net. Goes off the mesh and out of play. Bulls have just called a timeout. Matt Nicholson gathering the troops around him, giving out orders Here we'll see if Anton Martinson returns to his goal. Looks like he's going to, or perhaps not. No, Anton Martinson is going to head to the Bulls bench. He's going to have a seat. 6 attackers on the ice for the Amarillo Bulls, desperate now to tie this game and avoid another defeat, which would be their 3rd straight. If they do go on to lose this game, 107 seconds remain here at the KYC. This place is alive. They have been all night. It's been a very supportive crowd for the Wildcats tonight. 1 minute, 47 seconds. The Wildcats lead the Bulls 2-1. The defensive zone faceoff in the Cats' end is won by the Wildcats on the faceoff. Albrecht hustles down the left side, catches up to it, and misses the open net. Going to be picked up by Tyler Hall behind the Bulls' net. He has to turn away from Albrecht, who's pressuring him as hard as he can. Going to be picked up by Philippe Fromberger, given out to Hall. The net to their left is empty. Tyler Hall ahead for Brendan Walcom. Walcom on the left side, fires, and boy, that one took a funny hop. Tyler Hall tries to slip it back door, hoping for the stick of Sarnowski. Redirected and blocked by Baum now. Sarnowski goes into the far corner, goes behind the net. Hall centers, bounces away there from Joey Molinaro. Picked up near corner, cleared the length of the ice. Picked off in the neutral zone by Philippe Fromberger. Fromberger hammers it back into the offensive zone. Jeff Baum is back to play it. In behind his own net will airmail one the length of the ice. This will go for an easy icing call against the Wildcats. The last minute of play is brought to you by La Quinta Inn & Suites, the official host hotel of your Wichita Falls Wildcats, as less than 52 seconds are showing on the clock here at the K. Yeager Coliseum. The Wildcats desperately trying to hang on. They have fought hard all evening long and have been shut down repeatedly by both the posts and by Anton Martinson, the Amarillo star netminder. Justin Kappelmaster has played almost equally phenomenally. He stopped 25 of 26 shots, and now it looks like John LaFontaine is utilizing his timeout. So we can expect to see the defensive specialists taking the ice for the Wildcats, and we can also expect to see the big guns all taking the ice for the Amarillo Bulls, and that we do. Joey Molinaro, Zach Sarnowski, Tyler Gernhofer, Brendan Walcom, Tyler Hall, and Philippe Fromberger for the Bulls. Jeff Baum, Holden Cronin, Garrett Van Wy, Andre Paisan, and Austin Beaulieu taking the ice for the Wildcats. Surprised us to not see George Mika out there for the Amarillo Bulls in this situation. Taking his place instead will be Brendan Walcom. The face-off takes place to the left of Kappelmaster. Walcom wins it over Van Wy. Tied up is Molinaro. He tries to shoot it on goal. Diving there on a good play to keep it alive at least for a second was Fromberger. Cronin chips it up the boards for Beaulieu. Paisan's awaiting it. Couldn't get away from Hall, so just backhands one in deep behind the Bulls' net, which is empty now. Icing not called against the Wildcats. Play continues here. Molinaro down the right side. Powers his way past 3 Wildcats to the goal. Molinaro lost a handle on the puck at the last second. Van Wy's got it behind the Wildcats net. 22 seconds remain. Jeff Baum shoots it off the glass just over the stick of Philippe Fromberger. Beaulieu tries to knock it loose, tries to lift the stick of Hall. No luck. A dozen seconds to go. Hall regains the blue line. Molinaro's onside, but it's pushed away from him. 7 seconds to go. The Bulls gain the line offside as Molinaro's tripped up. 4.1 seconds remain, and the faceoff will take place in the neutral zone. The Bulls have time for just one shot, if that. Foreman just chops it into the Wildcat zone, comes free, bounces in the air, fanning on it was George Mika, and that's going to do it. The Wichita Falls Wildcats have their 25th win of the season. They win their second consecutive game, win the home and home over the Amarillo Bulls, and they send them back to the Texas Panhandle on the long and cold 3.5-hour bus ride. And the Wildcats have kicked off 2016 on a high note with a 2-1 win here in front of a very supportive home crowd at the K. Yeager Coliseum. We're going to take a short break here, folks. We're going to await the 3-star selection presented by Kona Ice. Will be given by the public address announcer here at the K. Yeager Coliseum, Charles Campbell. Now the Wildcats gathering in the neutral zone to salute a very appreciative home crowd. When we come back, we're going to break down this game for you in greater detail, give you one last out-of-town scoreboard update, and let you get back to your weekend. Stay tuned. And the 3 stars have just been given here at the K. Yeager Coliseum by the PA announcer here, Charles Campbell, always doing a fantastic job for the team. Of course, we really appreciate all of his efforts. And the 3-star selection, Anton Martinson was the 3rd star of the night, had a pretty tremendous game, stopped just about everything thrown his way, all but 2, snuck their way through, and that is saying something. He faced 43 shots, always a workhorse for his team, very deserving of tonight's 3rd star of the game, stopping 41 of 43 shots. Tonight's 2nd star had a night that was probably equally as impressive. The Wildcats goaltender, Justin Kappelmaster, stopped 26 of 27 shots. Another phenomenal performance by number 31 for the Wildcats tonight. Kappelmaster adding another win to his total, now his 18th. Martinson getting his 18th defeat. And finally, the 1st star of tonight's game, well, all he did was fire home the game-winning goal, a near-perfect shot low on the blocker side of Anton Martinson. You don't see Martinson beat there very often, but he was tonight. A short-handed goal scored by Wildcats veteran winger Austin Beaulieu to win the game for the Wichita Falls Wildcats. That's Beaulieu's 10th goal of the season, his 23rd point. Having a pretty good year after a bit of a slow start. Bulyo has really picked up the pace and has taken over leadership of this team. And now, with Goodsir on a college visit to the University of Denver, Austin Bulyo is the last remaining player on the Wildcats who has played in every single game since the start of the year. So just to break down this game for you one last time, folks, and I'll let you get going. The first period was scoreless. A lot of shots by the Wildcats in particular, 17 to be exact. All of them were denied by Anton Martinson. Just 6 were fired on Kapellmaster from the Bulls in that period. Second period, again, dominated by the Cats. The Bulls added a little bit more offense, but couldn't solve Kapellmaster. Johnny Lazarus and Austin Bulyo scored the goals for the Wildcats. Lazarus off a nice dish there from Austin Albrecht after it took a bit of a funny hop in front of Anton Martinson. Lazarus took advantage and tucked it past phased Anton Martinson beyond his left pad to open the scoring for the Cats. And then late in period 2, Austin Bulyo, as was mentioned, scored that beautifully placed short-handed snipe stick side on Anton Martinson to give the Wildcats a very much needed insurance goal. Charlie Singerhouse would score the last and final goal of the night, 7 minutes into the third period on another short-handed chance. He one-handed it into the net in between Kapellmaster's pads. He didn't think it should have counted, but it did. It brought the Bulls back to within 1, but that's as close as they were going to come. The final score here tonight, the Wildcats 2, the Amarillo Bulls with 1. Just to recap the South Division for you folks, the Odessa Jackalopes began coming back a little bit against the Lone Star Brahmas, still trail 5-2 at the Ector County Coliseum. The Corpus Christi Ice Rays battled back, their surge continuing. They have come back and now have a 2-1 lead over the Topeka Roadrunners. That game just 5 seconds from concluding. Looks like that's going to do it. Drake Lindsay and Mason Kruger each scoring third period goals to give the Corpus Christi Ice Rays another win. And boy, they are really starting to come back and turn their season around. As for this game, 2-1 the final score in favor of the Wildcats. Now 25 wins. They now move quite a bit ahead in the South Division standings. They are now a comfortable 10 points ahead of the Lone Star Brahmas. Looks like it'll be 8 after tonight, however. And folks, we really appreciate you tuning in on our first Wildcats broadcast of 2016. We seriously and sincerely appreciate all the support you give us on Facebook, on Twitter, on fasthockey.com, and of course at the K. Yeager Coliseum. And what a crowd we had here tonight on Team Poster Night. That's going to just about wrap things up here from the K. Yeager Coliseum. I'm Alex Von Coydel saying, hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We know you enjoyed the outcome. Once more, the Wildcats 2, the Bulls 1. And we'll see you next time, next Friday night. The Corpus Christi Ice Rays, who are on fire, folks, they're going to be in town on January 8th, taking on the Wildcats in this building. The Cats have yet to lose to the Rays this season. And then that Saturday, the next day, Military Appreciation Night. All active and retired military get in free, provided they show a valid military ID. As for now, Alex Von Coydel from the K. Yeager Coliseum saying so long, folks. We'll catch you next time.